benefit of the timer, his speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you.
Thank you, Sridhar.
Good luck.
All the best, and let's give a drum roll to our speaker, Sudhansu.
Thanks, Astana. Wonderful introduction. Good afternoon, everyone, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I normally take staircase when I go for lunch during office hours here. Few days back, one of my colleague friend, he joined with me, and while coming back, he was just confused whether to go through this lift or some other. I told why the confusion. He told no, I thought it was a one way. It was a one way. So he has been punished so much on by the Bangalore traffic police on entering through one wrong way that he is just confused even climbing stairs. Is it one way or should we go in some other lift? So that kind of fear today we have with people. Each and everywhere that we see, every one of us, somewhere or the other, we are having fear somewhere inside. Even when you are going through a lift, you fear power may go off. What would happen? Though you know that there are some backup plans. There are some backup plans that okay, security guys might come and help me out. But still, you have somewhere unknown some fear that what would happen. You have fear when some fire broke out. There are a lot of stories that we see. People jumping out of the building when the fire broke out. It is all because of fear. There is nothing else. There are several people who comes for rescue, but before that there are a lot of bad thing happens. People jump out and they die. Today, when we are motoring, when we are going in a bike or in a car, we still fear what would happen in the next minute. Our children, our dear ones, when they go out of home, we fear till they come safe to home. So that's the level of fear today we have. And even while celebrating a party, as you had already seen in newspaper few days back, right? Bangalore attacks. So these are the fears. We are scared of even celebrating in weekend in a resort or somewhere. We don't know what is going to happen. And anywhere, any mall, what would happen, nobody knows. So that level of fear today we have. I'll take you through the three. Fear is a huge topic, and I would just take you through three of them. One is the fear of death, the second one is fear of truth, and the third one is the fear of change that impacts our career. Having born to a farmer in a village, we had a bullock cart, and I used to love that. Whenever I get a chance, especially when we have to go through a forest, I used to take lead on that. I recall it was standard. I was in standard 8 when one of the farmer in the neighboring village, he borrowed our bullock cart, and he was supposed to return after 2 days. I heard my family members speaking. They are all each other saying that tomorrow we need the bullock cart, but this guy has never returned it. And that was 6 kilometers away from my village. And I just heard it that he has not yet come. It is now 4 p.m. and it might get darker, and it's tough to go through a jungle and get that back. And I just escaped from home without informing anybody. I just took a walk into forest and reached that village. There people were surprised. You are such a small guy and you came alone to take this bullock cart? I told, yeah, it's not a problem because my family is aware of it, and please give it to me. They gave it to me, and I took that bullock cart. While coming, it was fast approaching the sunset, and somewhere I lost in the jungle, the way where I came to it, a dead end where nothing can happen. All I could do is beat the bullocks there and do whatever I can do, and then I don't know when I slept. It was like I was very much fond of sleeping. Whenever I get time, I used to sleep. And when I got up, I saw under moonlight, I am approaching towards my village. I am out of that jungle. So I didn't have any fear. Today I realize that I didn't have any fear. That time I have born and brought up in that kind of a culture there, that we didn't have any fear. Even if it's a jungle, all we used to take is a small weapon just to self-protection, and we used to go into that. So, but today, when we grow up, day by day, we see that fear, it's all over in ourselves, right? We have all over fear. And then the second thing is, so that is the fear of death. Even when today, when you are going with some ornament or something, that is fear of you get scared because you never know when somebody is going to attack you. So that level of fear is that's what I call as fear of death. And the fear of truth. Now, when I come to truth, there are people who are nowadays not being honest to themselves. It is they know that they are wrong. They fear of confessing something. There are several people who understand that confessing something in front of God makes things better. But in my opinion, it is not only we confess to God that what we have done, something wrong, if something that you are scared of, but it is the most important thing is we need to confess in front of that victim. We need to have that courage, right? So that is that level of truth, that level of honesty, that level of authentic that we need to be, to make sure that we bring some change, starting with ourselves. And then the essence of entrepreneur is risk taking. Now there is one more level of fear, that is fear of career change, right? The essence of entrepreneur today is risk taking. The essence of business today is risk taking. The essence of choosing a new career is risk taking. I recall when I was talking about positive attitude, I told life is not about what happens to you. It is what you do with what happens to you. Everybody is scared of something. All of us are scared of something. But what distinguishes from people being successful is what they do in spite of fear. Courage is not absence of fear. It is acting in spite of fear. So let's prepare ourselves to have more courage, act in spite of fear, and make sure we do right thing at right time. Though we have fear, we still have courage to fight and bring some change to the society, to ourselves, and to surroundings, to our dear ones and everyone in this world. With that, I conclude my speech, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Sudhanshu. May I request you all to take a moment to give feedback on Sudhanshu's speech. Feedback in the sense you can take a piece of paper which is available in front of you. What do you like in his speech, and what do you think you could have done better? I pass on an envelope, you can drop it in. that was an interesting speech, Sudhanshu. I know everybody has some sort of fear. We do know that, and we do take some steps to fight it out. And sometimes, one of the best ways to overcome fear is to just ignore it. Sometimes it helps, but when you're confronted with it, you don't know how to deal with it. Eventually, we tend to learn because there isn't a standard guideline that says how do you overcome your fear. Probably you just need courage, as he mentioned.